Hello, welcome to our lesson. This is Learn for Fun series, and I am Ezekiel Apia. I'm gonna be your teacher for today. Today's lesson is gonna be interesting. Today we're gonna look at computer, then we look at the computer hardware, input devices, output devices, storage devices, and communication devices. So stay glued to your computer, and I bet you everything will be so interesting. Now let's start. The first question that comes to mind is that what is a computer? A computer is an electronic device which accepts data, processes the data, stores and produces the results as information under the direction of a stored program of instructions with speed and accuracy. This means that a computer is an electronic device. It uses electricity. That is the first thing you should know. And it always accepts data, and it transforms the data into information. Before it shows the information, it stores the data. Now let's continue. Components of a computer. We have two major components of a computer. Major components of a computer. We have hardware and we have software. Let's look at what a hardware is. Now when you come to the hardware, we have internal hardware and we have external hardware. When we talk of internal hardware, we are talking of the component that makes the system unit. When you open the system unit, the components you see in the system unit, those are the internal hardware. And the external hardware are the peripherals, the mouse, the keyboard, the monitor, and other stuffs that we see. So you can see that we have the CD-ROM, you have the monitor, you have the speaker, you have the printer, the mouse, the keyboard. These are all examples of computer peripherals. Input devices. Any peripheral used to input data into the computer is called an input device. For example, we have keyboard. A keyboard, we have a mouse, scanners, joystick. You have digitizers, barcode readers, microphones, and web cameras. These are all examples of input devices. We also have the virtual keyboard, as you can see right there, the virtual keyboard. They are all examples of input devices. Now let's look at output devices. Any piece of computer hardware equipment used to communicate the results of data processing activity is called an output device. What this means is that the output devices show the results of data processing. It shows the results of data processing. So without the output devices, you can't see anything when we are using the computer. Let's look at some examples. You have monitors, projector, printers. These are all output devices. Now let's look at storage devices. Now mind you, storage devices are also peripherals. They are hardware components of the computer. You can see we have some images, some storage devices. We have memory card reader. We have USB flash memory, pen drive, that is a pen drive. You have media devices, MP4 players, MP3 players. You have a zip drive. You have external optical drives. They are all examples of storage devices. When we say a storage device, they are devices which we can store something on it for future use. Those are storage devices. Now when you go into storage devices, we have two kinds of storage devices. You have the primary storage device. For example, the main memory or internal memory of a computer. And we have directly accessible to the CPU. Now mind you, the memory of the CPU is somehow a storage device, because it comes with a computer and it works with a computer system. When you add another storage device to help increase the speed of your machine, that device becomes a secondary storage device. Take note of that. So the main memory of a computer or a phone, mobile phone, or anything is a primary storage device. We have the RAM, the random access memory. The computer memory is also a storage device. Let's look at secondary storage device. When you add another device, storage device, to help improve your system, all those devices are called secondary storage devices. For example, you have external memory or auxiliary storage. So any external memory is an example of a secondary storage device. Now mind you, this secondary storage device is not directly accessible to the CPU. It's not accessible to the CPU. It means it doesn't work straightforward with the computer. You just have to add it to your PC to just increase the output. Now let's look at some examples. You have the floppy disks, you have the hard disk, optical disk, you have the magnetic tape, you have the flash memory, you have the flash drive or a pen drive, you have the CD. They are all examples of secondary storage devices. Put them in your head. You can take your jotter and write them. Floppy disk, hard disk, optical disk, magnetic tape, flash memory, flash drive. Now we are going to end our lesson here. My name is Zigelapia, and this was another exciting episode of Learn for Fun series. Now I'll leave you with an advice. Try and revise your notes, pray, and God will see you through. See you next time. Thank you.